All right. Are we all situated? Cool. Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for being here. It's an honor to have you guys come here to support art. My name is Ashley McClelland. These are my faces. I don't know if any of you have ever been behind the scenes of a theater production or whatever it takes to put on a show and the whole theater background, but it's crazy chaotic. It's a whirlwind of chaos, of people running back and forth, trying to learn their lines the last few seconds before they have to be on stage, fixing their makeup and their costume and getting to that door 5 seconds before they go out. And they sit there, they internalize the character that they've been creating for months on end and get on that stage. And as far as the audience is concerned, that is the person that they know, that the person that they have been internalizing for all those months is the person that exists and is real and lives. And when they leave that theater, they go back to the person that they once were, and they no longer were the character that so many other people in society know. And this is the personal experience that I had being in a theater background and learning the whole process of putting on a show and becoming these different people. And I realized that coming from that environment and kind of comparing it to everyday life in society is the way an actor portrays themselves on stage is kind of the same way that people portray themselves in society, just everyday people. And this is where my inspiration kind of stemmed from, where these faces came from, and the whole purpose of this creation. And it all goes down to my whole interest in psychology. It is the study of the mind. It is not just theater. It is a whole other level than just theater. It's tiered into a kind of a study of why we react to different things, how we internalize pain, how we kind of receive the different emotions that we have, and how they differ from other people, kind of how our brains work. And it's a whole kind of chaotic study of just exactly what our brain is made of. And these pieces are all from your everyday person that you know, your mother, your brother, your sister. And I wanted to kind of take the person that they are and juxtapose it next to the person that they may or may not be kind of portraying in their everyday life as just someone that they really kind of, something they wanted to be, something that they feel like they're pressured to be, and kind of raising an awareness of the fact that it is now an issue that I have become aware of, that it is accepted in everyday life and society to put on a show, to have a facade, to become someone that you're not, to feel like you need to change yourself to be someone else. And in order to do that, I wanted these pieces to be in your face. I wanted them to be larger than life, showing you a juxtaposition of the same person, two differing faces, a different person entirely. And kind of, I wanted it to be black and white in my preference so that just any one emotion cannot be attached to my pieces. I want the person, the viewer, to come up to my piece, I want them to take away whatever they feel they need to take away from it, whether it be a personal experience, whether it be something that they're just simply becoming aware of an issue that I have discovered on my own. But that is my inspiration, and these are my faces. And are there any questions? Can't see so many people.
Are these people that you know in real life, or are these faces that you've just plucked from random sources?
These people actually are here tonight. So I felt it was actually a little bit helpful for me to have someone that I know so that I can kind of study the person they are and know more about them so that I can portray an accurate face from them.
Did you ask them to create specific facial expressions or emotions, or did you just let them decide what they wanted to do?
it was kind of I did it sometimes and I didn't sometimes. Sometimes they would just give me a face and it worked, and I was like, keep that face, and so I'd take a picture of it and use it and just kind of juxtapose it and kind of create different faces. And sometimes I would just ask them for a general expression and just kind of experiment with the different ways that they can make the face and capture it that way.
What are your influences?
That's a great question. Well, ever since I was a little kid, I've always been inspired by Chuck Close, just because his work is amazing to me, and I feel like his larger-than-life portraits are very inspiring, whether that be totally, part of my work or not, but his work is great. Robert Longo, also, he's a great artist from back in the 80s, doing these kind of graphic pop art, black and white photos of faces, people, figures. His style was very influential, and a new up-and-coming Italian artist, Emanuele Descagno, is also a great portrait artist. His work is so finely detailed. It's a little bit smaller, but the fine detail that he has in his work is phenomenal to me, and he's been a major influence. So. Hey.
So I've been staring at your faces all year round.
Sorry.
Because we have been mates across the way.
Yes.
But me looking at them now in this setting, I have really noticed that all of them have a really great and different facial expression, but it seems like you focus more on the eyes than anything else. Is there a reason behind that? They seem more fully rendered than some other parts of their face as well.
Yes, actually, in the process of making them, I noticed that I kind of wanted to make more of an influence on like the eyes and the mouth, because I feel like that's kind of the gateway to the emotion that you can get. Like the eyes are always said that they're the gateway to the soul, and I feel like that specifically is what you need to make influential. And the mouth, I mean, that's where you get the happy, sad, and yeah, definitely making that pop out more than any other detail. I felt kind of made you grab the expression.